Hello and welcome to this presentation from tinnitusearnoise.com. This is a series of 10 presentations in which we reveal 10 natural secrets to curing tinnitus. In this presentation we're going to try and answer the question, is it really tinnitus? And we'll be hearing some of the actual sounds that people hear when they suffer with tinnitus, or ear noise as it's otherwise known. Now, although it's often called ear ringing, or even ringing in the ears, that is not necessarily an accurate description. For many people it does indeed show up as a high-pitched ringing, but surprisingly not all individuals describe the sound as a ringing one. The range of sounds spreads from a roaring through a clicking and a hissing and a whistling, and for some people, would you believe, human voices. Now, although the ringing sound is probably by far the most common one, even here there are endless variations. People have reported their ringing covering an entire range from the classic telephone shrill right the way through to something that sounds like an old church bell. For other people the sound is something much closer to a hissing or steam being let off. But we still can't forget those human voices. More on those a bit later. As I said earlier, to some people it's more like the sound of a swarm of bees. Now, other people have said it's something similar, but for them it's more like a swarm of another type of insect. And then of course we have the ubiquitous hummers. No, not those type of hummers, the ones with four wheels, although I'm sure there probably is someone whose tinnitus sounds like one of those. The hummers we're talking about here, the first ones are our friendly bees again. It sounds for many people just like bees humming away merrily. To others it's more like a muffled choir singing through their scarves in a cold church. And for others still it sounds like static coming from a radio that's been badly tuned. Then of course we move on to the clickers, and here there are quite a lot of varieties, with many people saying their tinnitus sounds like an old typewriter banging away. Yet others have said it's like the ticking of a hot engine cooling down. Now, another thing to bear in mind is that while for some people the sound is a regular repetitive one, for other people it's totally random. One thing to bear in mind, of course, is that each person's clicking, hammering, ringing or even singing sound is unique to them. No one else's sound is going to be exactly the same. It's going to be totally unique. Well, now we know what types of sound different people have. In the next presentation we'll be discovering where some of those sounds come from, and quite frankly some of the sources of those sounds will surprise you entirely. Well, I sincerely hope this presentation has helped you understand a bit more about tinnitus and the noises in our ears, and I hope we've answered the question, is it really tinnitus? Don't forget to look out for the next presentation from tinnitusearnoise.com.